Hi and welcome to Learning with Lyndon. On today's episode, I'm going to be building a picture frame for the first time in my life, and this is going to be a present for my partner. This includes 4 trips to Bunnings and only 3 major disasters. So I've got my table saw set up. I'm doing a few test cuts, just to make sure that the saw is actually doing 45-degree cuts. So just got a random piece of wood here, a bit of scrap, cutting it at a 45-degree angle, breaking it in half, and holding it up to each other so we can see if we're getting a right angle. Got distracted here by my partner's dad, who was doing just a small prune on the tree in our backyard. Okay, so measuring once and cutting twice here. This is the long side of the picture frame. I wish I had a bit better implement to actually measure this with, not a 30cm ruler going end on end. So essentially I need to cut one long and one short out of each length of Tasmanian oak timber, and right about here I realise I'm not going to have enough and I need to go back to Bunnings again. Okay, back from Bunnings trip number 2, cutting my lengths, and I'll finish them all up now. So I've got my correct 2 longs, 2 shorts, and trying to clamp the edges together. If you want to get an idea of how long this took, watch the pole shadow that it's casting as the sun goes across the sky. A really, really long time. So here we are about to make major mistake number 2. I am cutting out the MDF board that's going to be the backing for the poster. I thought it was a genius idea to just trace around the poster itself, assuming that I had cut the frame to the correct size. Surprise, surprise, here's me taking the clamps off the actual frame, realising I'm a bit short, going no, and yeah. And there's the sun gone. That's trip number 3 to Bunnings. Lesson here, measure, then cut. Don't cut, and then measure. Simple. Okay, finally finished up cutting the backing board to the right size, and now I've just got to put in the frame stays. This is the little part that swivels over the backboard and holds it in place. Right, it's nearly 8 at night, so I got to start tidying up. Sit rep. I started this, well, I left the house to go to Bunnings at 8:30 this morning, so nearly 12 hours into it. It's not great, but I've learnt a lot. It doesn't look shocking from like 4 meters away, or at 1080p on a small screen. But no, I'm persistent. I'm very persistent. I'll give myself that. Now just to stick the poster to the MDF. And hopefully not screw that up. Okay, so we're rolling into day 2 now. Just sanding the edges, and now I'm making my own wood putty. Essentially I'm using some wood glue and creating some sawdust by sawing some of the leftover bits of frame and pushing it into the corner gaps that I've got there. 1, it will help it stay together, and 2, it's just going to hide a few of those imperfections before I paint the frame. It's a great idea at this point to do a few test sprays on a spare piece of wood if you've got it, just so you can see how the paint's going to turn out. Be nothing worse than painting the entire frame, and I've just spent 12 hours putting it together. I really hope my partner likes it. Okay, so it's finally time to stick the poster to the MDF board, the backing piece. And I'm just using some little adhesive dots that I got from Bunnings. Comes on a little roll, very easy to apply. Now I'm discussing with my partner's dad what length of those sticky dots we're going to need, and realizing I'm going to have to go back to Bunnings for the 4th time. I should really plan. Here I am screwing in the eyelets to hold the steel wire to hold up the picture frame. And finally it's time for the first test fit with the poster. Now just to attach the piece of braided steel wire across the back of the board. Should be about 1/3 of the way down. Alright, it is as done as it's going to be. It was a lot more effort than I thought it would be. But, you know, isn't everything. Looks pretty good from about this distance. Could do with some glass eventually, but it's a big poster. Hi, and thanks for making it this far. So I just wanted to point out that this video didn't go into much detail about each of the little steps. So what I'm going to do is actually link down below to the videos that I was watching while making this picture frame. It's a first for me, same as this video, it's also a first. So I'm just trying things out and experimenting. Hopefully it will improve over time. Also, any of the tools that I used, I am going to put a link down below. They're just an affiliate link, so if you do need it and you're going to pick it up, it will help the channel. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.